Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. Y'all, I really hate the fact that Tiffany and Lou are leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I know it's a lot of people, a lot of y'all that were clapping, cheering, having a ball. I wasn't one of those people. Out of all the couples that could have left the show, the Scotts, 1.0, 2.0, Stormy, Martell, it was a lot of people that needed to go, in my opinion, before the Whitlows. Tiffany, she was doing the assignment that she was assigned. And no matter what people say, I know people didn't like her. They didn't like the way she dressed. They called her Karen. And yes, sometimes she did act like a Karen. And I'm saying sometimes because sometimes Tiffany was bringing it. And yes, she got amnesia a lot. But doggone it, at least she said something. She was way better than the Scotts. 1.0, 2.0. Because if y'all cheering for Tiffany and Lou to go, and y'all rather see the Scotts stay, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I would have rather had Tiffany and Lou versus either the Scotts or Stormy. I really would have. But I understand, I respect their decision, and I know that postpartum depression, it can really be a big issue, especially if you don't deal with it head on. So I hope that Tiffany get the necessary help she needs and the attention that she's seeking from Lou, because I believe that's a big part of it. Because he's not there, and regardless of what, she did do this to herself by being persistent about having a baby. But it's still this is somebody's life, and this is her life, her family's life, her baby's life. So I'm not going to say anything negative, because these are real issues. And like I keep saying, Carlos dropped the ball with Tiffany. There was something there, and this depression, this postpartum depression that she's in, I believe instead of him, he should have dug her out of being the villain of the show and allowed her to tell her true reality as well. Not setting her up to be the fall guy or anything like that. I believe that Tiffany could have been a real asset, real value to the show. She has a real business. Lou is a real business person. And they could have, even if they stayed friends of the show, I believe that the Whitlows have a story to tell. Carlos just he too attached to them Scotts, and I do not know why. But anyway, like I said, I hope Tiffany gets the necessary help that she needs, and where she can move on, get her life back on track, and hopefully, or maybe return to the show only if she feels up to the part. Not to be the villain, but at least become like a friend of the show again. Because I don't know, I like the Whitlows. I like Big Lou. I think he's a real a real stand-up guy, and I actually liked them. I was rooting for them, and I was actually, I like the Whitlows. I don't care that she dressed like a Karen. I mean, hell, look how Tisha dressed like a 2 year. I mean, Tisha dressed like a toddler. So I mean, balance them out. But like I said, I believe that Carlos dropped the ball and just decided to make Tiffany the villain. He should have at least allowed her a little bit more time, a little bit more leeway to look for her family. Um, it was something. I was curious. I was like invested when her and Melody went on that trip to look for her family. And once her and Tiffany and Kiki, once they had their face off, and Tiffany stated that she was raised by parents with an addiction, my heart went out to her even more. It really did, because it's not easy being raised by drug addicts. I mean, she nobody knows how she grew up, what challenges she faced growing up, and then for her to grow up and be this headstrong, educated businesswoman. Yeah, I believe Carlos dropped the ball real hard when it came to Tiffany, because instead of having Tiffany and Kiki be enemies, I think those two ladies could have done an amazing job for the addiction crisis community, and they could have done it right on the show. Those two linking up, having firsthand knowledge, um, I think that they could have done wonders. And you know, but again, Carlos loves the drama. But probably Big Lou, he was probably tired of production using Tiffany to be the bad guy, and having the viewers look at her as the shit starter, even though that's what her character represents, was the shit starter. But still, I mean, hell, she wasn't no worse off than Tisha. Tisha, shit starter, a crybaby, and she don't care. But I guess she protected because she a Scot. Stormy, she a shit starter, a crybaby. So they all forgetful. Tisha, she brings nothing to the show, but she continued to bring her whole family on the show. That ain't right. She already getting a free paycheck, but it seems like Big Lou, he was probably just fed up, because when they started on the when the production got on their marriage, it's like, wait a minute, now we're friends of the show. We're not in the main cast. So why are they probably was like, why are they coming for our marriage? The Scott's marriage gets to stay off limits, but everybody else's marriage has to be the front runner and put to the test. That's not fair. And I wholeheartedly agree. Like, when they had went up, the Scots, Tisha invited the couples, the Scots 2.0 and the Whitlows, to the on that weekend excursion to see the therapist. What's his name? Dr. Kit. They went to go see the therapist, and it was supposed to be for Letitia and Marceau, but the Whitlows wound up catching the strays because Tisha and Marceau, they were late, and when they got there, they made up an excuse talking about their friend had passed. You know what? Dang it, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Scots need to go, because anybody that can do that can tell a lie saying that, I mean, well, it technically wasn't a lie. the friend had passed, but it had happened a while ago, and they made it up to get out of filming because probably on their ride up there to their weekend therapy visit, Marcel probably cursed out Tisha because he like, what the heck you didn't got me into? This is not what I signed up for. Da 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 da. I don't want to be bothered with this. And so they can get out of it. They came with that excuse about, oh, our family just passed, there were no tears, no nothing. And if your best friend, if it really really bothered you that much, then you would have, you would have been turning around. They probably would have been doing the Whitlows. But as soon as they seen that they were off the hook, you ain't see them cry no more on that weekend with Dr. Kit. So I was, yeah, they need to go. But anyway, the Whitlows, they're friends of the show. So, but yeah, they had to get all the strays. I didn't even see Scott 2.0 get, grilled like the Whitlows did on that excursion. And like I said, the weekend getaway was supposed to have been for Letitia and Marcel. It wasn't about the Whitlows. The Whitlows didn't ask for that. So when they got up and left and people were saying that they were wrong, they weren't wrong. Because if they didn't see anything wrong with their marriage, they didn't ask for it. They were asked to come on the trip. But they were not asked to, they didn't ask for no help with their marriage. So I don't think that they were wrong for leaving. And production didn't bother Stormy marriage when she was a friend of the show. So why bother the Whitlows marriage? And I hope Carlos is not removing the Whitlows to make room for Destiny or anybody else to return to repeat the same history that was, already, thrown away, because he already has 3 couples still not pulling their weight. So bringing back more dead weight, that ain't gonna be good for Love and Marriage Huntsville. But anyway, I'm gonna say good luck to the Whitlows. I'm still rooting for them. I still like them no matter what anybody else says. I believe that Carlos dropped the ball with Tiffany. Yes, I believe that he put her as a Karen because people called her a Karen. He act like he don't read the comments. He try to play that role. I don't read the comments, but he does. He does. Just like he played the flashback where he was getting on the Fletchers at the reunion saying that people is demanding that they be fired and people, don't like the Whitlows. Can he read off what the people are saying about the Scotts 1.0, 2.0? Don't just dog out the Whitlows, because it's enough to go around. It ain't just the Whitlows that the viewers are up under his posts, up under his comments, talking about they need to be gone. Them Scotts, everybody want them Scotts gone. Because I'm like, if I hear Kimmy say one more time about her wanting to please Maurice, I would rather somebody take their nails up the chalkboard. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to say good luck to the Whitlows. I'm rooting for them. And I don't know. Hopefully, they can maybe one day come back, be friends of the show, work their way up. If Carlos haven't seeked out another couple as good as the Fletchers, who knows? Maybe it won't take her no time. Maybe she just needed a break or, a fresh air, a vacation or something. But whatever it is, Tiffany, I'm rooting for you. I wish you all the best, you and Big Lou. And keep doing what you're doing. You got this. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.